to counter that. The Cavs live beyond the arc as Mobley knocks another one down on cue.
Evan Mobley starts hitting threes with any consistency.
Talk about playing checkers. This man is playing chess at all times and definitely allows his team to be who they are. Mobley gets the slam.
The target on your back now, Kansas, is the 1 seed. How does Mitchell navigate it with this group? Mobley down low, forceful. Puts his hard hat on underneath. Okoro on a Mobley on a flash. The spin left it short. Look at Okoro getting his hands dirty. Ripped away there by Hyde. Up the floor. Deflected. Last touched by the Cavs. And Miami's going to get it back. Second chance. Spoelstra said, look, we've always had a lot of intense guys. He's intense, but there's an outwardness with his intensity that we needed as a crew. Half dozen for Strus. Boy, you just got to love the intensity from Bam Adebayo. Here he is from the corner. Rattles out and the rebound cleared by Mobley.
And Bam saying, I know you don't want your man to score. That sticks out. Sometimes that's the game plan, is to give up something to someone you're guarding. Pride's got to be out the way as Mobley gets that nice finish. I know you don't want your man to score. That sticks out. Sometimes that's the game plan, is to give up something to someone you're guarding. Pride's got to be out the way as Mobley gets that nice finish. I know you don't want your man to score. That sticks out. Sometimes that's the game plan, is to give up something to someone you're guarding. Pride's got to be out the way as Mobley gets that nice finish.
Despite his poor three-point shooting, he's putting together a strong offensive performance. Adebayo, a little bit of a late whistle. One thing you could only just expect from an Eric Spoelstra team, the scrappiness in the fight that this group has shown over the last couple of weeks to get themselves to Cleveland. As the Cavs come up empty on that trip, and you look up, we got an 8-point game. Adebayo taking on contact against Strus. Into the corner to Mobley, a little bit of a body bump. Adebayo knocked around, and they finally keep Jared Allen off the offensive glass. And with the Cavs holding this 11-point lead. Big defensive sequence for the Heat. Can they keep this thing close? Jerome, long three, missed it. Mobley keeps it alive to Merrill.
As Miami Heat go to their patented zone, played the most zone in the league this year. And they come away with
10 left in the quarter. Adebayo spins, fades, top shot. Knocked around the paint underneath. Mobley's got it. 2 seconds. Mobley's got to hoist it. 10 left in the quarter. Adebayo spins, fades, top shot. Knocked around the paint underneath. Mobley's got it. 2 seconds. Mobley's got to hoist it. Mitchell's going to inbound, 5 seconds to shoot. They got to work quickly to get it to Okoro in the corner. Off the front of the rim, offensive rebound, Mobley.
Three-point bucket is absolutely demoralizing.
Adebayo's three rattles out, under 2 to go. The triple from the same spot. You mentioned Kellel Ware in the middle as Hero hoists a three. That's way short. Tipped by Allen, batted by Strus. Grabbed by Allen for a moment, and it comes to Mobley. Ware was held without a single point or a rebound in the first half. Right through the rookie Ware, and here's it home. Strus watched by Hero on the bounce, deals back to Mobley. Mobley fakes the three, puts it on the floor, blows past Adebayo, trying to give it over to Jared Allen. Maybe a touch too unselfish as outstrides Hero. Hero to the foul line, goes all the way. Back it goes to Hero. Hero got Mobley on a flyby. That three never had a chance. It's rebounded by Mobley. What about this? We start to see the adjustments out of Eric Spoelstra. He changed the starting lineup. Hero trying to draw a foul. He doesn't get it. Mobley with those long strides goes all the way and hammers it home.
Oh, what a transition break. You got a 7-foot-tall guy.
We start to see the adjustments out of Eric Spoelstra. He changed the starting lineup. Hero trying to draw a foul. He doesn't get it. Mobley with those long strides goes all the way and hammers it home.
What a transition break. You got a 7-foot-tall guy.
Perhaps because Ware struggled in that ball game as Jerome fires one all the way over to Mitchell. Mitchell off to Mobley. Mobley dunks and a foul as Evan Mobley has a chance for the three-point play.
What a heads-up play by Donovan Mitchell.
Perhaps because Ware struggled in that ball game as Jerome fires one all the way over to Mitchell. Mitchell off to Mobley. Mobley dunks and a foul as Evan Mobley has a chance for the three-point play.
What a heads-up play by Donovan Mitchell.
Right until the final
from
moment.
the pass from Ty Jerome across the court.
Donovan Mitchell plucks it out of the air. Opening minute, second quarter. Mitchell back to an open Mobley. Mobley for three. Hey! Knocks it down. In this building, the electricity is palpable. Hunter got bumped by Wiggins. Works inside. Mobley again. Short jumper, no. Tipped out by Adebayo. Back to Jovic, who lines up a three. That's in and out. Mobley. Through the first half of game two, they forced 8. They want to win that possession battle. That is critical. That's high on the scouting report against this Miami team as the Winds open the second half scoring with a floater. Mitchell, what a pass to Mobley. Mobley off to an open Garland. Garland for three. Mobley, a terrific rebound. It kicks it out of the air, goes to Allen. Now it's Garland who tiptoes baseline. He'll find Strus. Now it's Mobley. Boy, the ball movement has been spectacular on this possession, and it ends up. Hero was slowed in the second half. Let's see if the Cavs can do it again as Mobley for three. That was long. Allen held off Ware and got fouled as Ware.
Meanwhile, you keep the integrity of your defense, that you have the inside position, so you're ready for defensive rebound, and he's going to shoot three.
Mobley for three. That was gorgeous. The architect of this Miami franchise is here's Mobley. He pockets a corner three off the Garland feed. Garland angles off a Strus screen. How about that pass to Allen? But that was blocked by Wiggins, and it's a held ball.
Nice.
Garland works on Wiggins. Gets to the elbow, keeps his dribble, shovels back to Mobley. Mobley another three, gets fouled as Adebayo. 5 players already are in double figures, led by Evan Mobley with 18. Ty Jerome floats it up. Rebounded by Larson. Jerome took it right back. Oh, what a play. Hunter opens up, takes the Mobley feed, and those are crushing possessions. Minutes in fourth quarter, Okoro got Mitchell on a flyby back to Jerome. Tried to knife toward the basket, ran into a bigger man in Jovic. Mitchell draws the foul as Robinson was reaching. He got locked up with Allen. Here goes Davion Mitchell to the basket. Jovic for a big three. He short-armed it, and here comes Mobley. Jay Strus got decked, and Devin Dead got fouled. My word. He got locked up with Allen. Here goes Davion Mitchell to the basket. Jovic for a big three. He short-armed it, and here comes Mobley. Jay Strus got decked, and Devin Dead got fouled. My word.
Even when they struggled throughout the regular season midway and lost all those games, they were in every game. They don't go away.
There's one big one. A contentious evening. The Heat, to their credit, have really battled back in the second half, and Evan Mobley hits 2 crucial free throws.
And then a perfect find there for the finish.
Mobley stretching it out, 37% the last 2 seasons from downtown.
The pace. A lot of their possessions, the Heat, are being finished within the first 7-8 seconds of the shot clock.
Mobley fading, and the rebound for Ware. Wiggins, can he get going? Was great in the play-in. First 2 games has struggled in this series. Deflects that, but Donovan comes away with it. Mobley on the run, finds Allen right to the iron, 2-handed slam. Saw a lot of time in game number 2, 25 minutes. The most since the 3rd week of February on the inside. Hero trying to get by Mobley, loses it, and another turnover. It's been an issue in this series for the Heat. 0 fast break points for the Miami Heat, 5 for the Cavs. A deep 3. Jerome doesn't go. Wade saves it to Mobley. Mobley, bucket. They led by as many as 19 in game 2, and then against the Cavs, down big. Up top, Allen has just been tremendous. 6 of 6 from the field.
Offensively.
Mobley into the paint. Scoop shot, no.
They shoot the lights out of it, and they got 2 guards that you can't guard one-on-one, and Mobley there was just another beat down on the rim. That's also was a concern with this Cavs team from a year ago, right? They just, there's an example of it there. That's also was a concern with this Cavs team from a year ago, right? They just, there's an example of it there.
Cavs have been in control here in the first half. Mobley over top takes Wiggins into the paint.
And no Darius Garland. So there's a reason why this team, many like to have a chance to not just win this series, but potentially be playing.
Don't settle for a shot. You got to get something this time down. We've missed our last 5 shots.
Mobley, make it 6. Ware rebounds.
Double-double in game 1 of this series. Hero in the paint with a floater. And Mobley able to tear down that rebound. At 10 on the shot clock. Mitchell guarded by Mitchell. Screen set. They get the switch. Now back over to Sam Merrill. Open 3. Mobley unable to finish. Popped out. Davion to Mitchell. Ahead now to Wiggins. And Wiggins. Mitchell guarded by Mitchell. Screen set. They get the switch. Now back over to Sam Merrill. Open 3. Mobley unable to finish. Highsmith has to release in a hurry. And Mobley will bring it across the timeline. Dean Wade rises up. And Mobley will bring it across the timeline. Dean Wade rises up. And the 3 doesn't go. Batted out of bounds. And back to 20. On the drive, Ty Jerome. Kenny Atkinson talked about the maturity of this team. And players know who they are, right? Their own identity and how that fits in. As Mobley finishes in traffic and is fouled. Players know who they are, right? Their own identity and how that fits in. As Mobley finishes in traffic and is fouled.
And that last
Had Wiggins on him and said, all right, I'm going to take advantage of this mismatch. And Bam on the double, unable to do anything. Mobley. It has been all Cleveland. Minute left here in the 3rd. And Adebayo is fouled. Hero. Just 4 of 11. Now 4 of 12 from the floor.
But with the 3-point shooting, anything is possible.
Mobley. Well, we saw that in game 2 on a Wednesday.
They play him topside, so they don't allow him to come off the handoff or the pin down.
Mobley attacking the iron. Another stop for the Cavaliers. Mobley, the 3. Evan Mobley.
2 takeaways for Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell, couple of fakes into the corner. Open look at the 3 for Mobley, an extension.
The better their offensive fluidity has been.
Open look at a 3. That is Mitchell. And that's the Davion Mitchell, best perimeter defender for Eric Spoelstra. 6 to shoot. Look at Mobley. Open floor. Just vicious.
For the slam.
Candace, how about this start for Cleveland? Business-like. They are playing like a 1 seed so far. Wiggins steps back. That's a tough defensive tandem to go against if you're Adebayo. Here comes Mitchell. Larson catch and shoot. And Miami is 1 of 11 from deep. Andrew Wiggins of his first 4. Turn back, Mobley. That towering interior presence. The NBA's newly minted Defensive Player of the Year. Boy, exquisite pass. Andrew Wiggins of his first 4. Turn back, Mobley. That towering interior presence. The NBA's newly minted Defensive Player of the Year. Boy, exquisite pass. Hunter to Mobley.
By the Cavs as Miami had to go back to man-to-man because they were in transition defense.
Where you're just seeing a Heat team that is just being outmatched, outclassed. Mobley thought he was fouled, and now they will put him at the free throw line. The NBA on TNT is brought to you by AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Evan Mobley, 23 years of age. Crazy to think how young. Evan Mobley, 23 years of age. Crazy to think how young, Candace, he still is. First ever Cleveland Cavalier to win the Defensive Player of the Year award for himself here during his 3-year stint with the Heat. Mobley tapped out by Strus, kept alive to Mobley for himself here during his 3-year stint with the Heat. Mobley tapped out by Strus, kept alive to Mobley.
And that's what the Heat have to do. Rebound, outlet, and run, because it is a challenge to play against the Cavs defense when it's set. And again, Mobley walks into a three.
You and Kenny on the same wavelength. He was thinking the exact same thing, how good Jared Allen has been the last couple of minutes. And really right from the start, Larson gets it to Jovic at the fire, shot clock winding down.
The playoffs through the play-in, and it's just too much to require your team to play that level of basketball for that long. The playoffs through the play-in, and it's just too much to require your team to play that level of basketball for that long.
Boy, Mobley almost got that thing. But this has been all about the Cleveland Cavaliers, make no mistake. Battle, Padres and the Yankees at 6:30 Eastern, TBS, and stream on Max. Why not? Everything else working for this team tonight. Adebayo ahead of the field to Hero, knifes inside, swallowed up.
Towers, just Bam cleans it up.
And Dennis, we started the playoffs as Mobley turns the corner. Here he comes, long strides. My goodness, no one home defensively for the Heat.
You know, these playoffs in this first round are playing out similar to how it was in the regular season. Donovan Mitchell is accustomed to being on a team where he's had to do it. Great job, guys.
Boy, we appreciate it.
Great job.
Keon Grissom, rest of our crew. Betting us all these numbers during the NBA playoffs. Nikola Jovic puts it on the deck. Hero. Here comes Mobley. .43 game. Mitchell, no look underneath to Mobley.
And build confidence from beyond the arc. That just will unlock another part of his game.
Mobley steps back and rattles it in.